practice has deepened and kind of come on really quickly, and I've noticed a real difference in my own body in terms of the quality of the postures that I'm doing, and my awareness as well of what I'm doing in that moment. It's become much more mindful for me, so it's been great.
How have you found the physical practice?
Well, this is really interesting because I've been doing yoga on and off for about 10 years. Felt like I was quite confident with yoga and I knew what I was doing, and as soon as I started the course I realised I'd been doing so many of the postures incorrectly, and I've now become very aware of my own body.
My own personal practice, I think breaking down the postures, understanding more about the physical body, the anatomy, the physiology, how that is incorporated into every aspect of every pose. And so for me, moving forward in my own practice, as well as hopefully when I'm teaching, it's given me a huge amount of knowledge that will stay with me, but also hopefully that I can share with others as well.
Through the course, we've spoken to mindfulness experts, we've spoken to people that have been meditating for decades, and they've shared their experiences with us. And being able to meditate, and have these tools for me personally has been really valuable. But for my students and future students, I really feel like I've got something of value that I can give to them.
So how have you found breathing meditation, Debbie?
I've really enjoyed it. I did quite a lot of breathing meditation in the past, but it's been really nice to understand a bit more how it all works, and then trying to get a good practice in, and I'm trying at the moment to do 10 minutes every day.
Breathing, meditation, movement and flow, they go hand in hand, and that's really where the magic happens. Guest speakers have absolutely been, the magnificent surprise of the whole course, really. They've been incredible, the effort that Ed's put in to find the right people to speak to us, and their knowledge has been invaluable, and their enthusiasm for the subjects which they focus on. It's just been incredible, really, and it's infectious.
Well, one of the ladies who came in to teach us how to read Sanskrit was amazing. It's like a foreign language, and she just broke it down to something that was really, really simple.
So I think the guest speakers were great in here, because every time they gave this new idea into the whole course, and this was helpful us, really helpful.
So one of the things that I've enjoyed the most about this course is meeting the rest of the students and the support group that we've formed. So we're always there to share our experiences, and it's been especially useful when we've gone on to teach our own classes, and we can share things that have happened, good and bad, so that we know that we're all in the same boat and we're all there to support each other no matter what happens.
Everyone is just wonderful, and it's so lovely to be part of this journey with all of the other students.
Oh, the lunches are yummy. We've had a really nice experience with the people bringing in different foods. There's always so much lovely food to share, and it's like a real sense of community at lunchtime. So people get and they chat, they talk about things they've done and they've seen, and we share some of the stories and maybe books we read, and share some knowledge around lunch. So it's really fun.
So one of the reasons why I chose to study at Yogafurie was because of the breadth and depth of the content of the course, which does mean that there is a lot to learn and absorb, but I think the way that the course is structured over the 10 months gives you loads of time to assimilate that knowledge.
The manual is a real good piece of a resource which I will have probably for the next few years to use. Starting from the beginning, I was guided through the chapters, and I feel like every time when I will need something, I can just look there.
I really like the philosophy quite a lot. I've liked
been exposed to things that I wouldn't have necessarily have exposed myself to. Like some of the terminology I struggle with, I understand it, but I kind of struggle with it, and it's kind of been a really nice learning process, and I really enjoy doing it.
If there's ever anything that you're struggling with, there's built-in catch-up time every single month where as a couple of you from the group or one-on-one you can go over something just to make sure that you have understood that concept.
The anatomy was one of the things that I was really motivated to do the course because I find it fascinating.
How have you found the anatomy sections of the course?
I find it really useful. I find that we definitely learn things that have developed my practice. It has been quite technical at times, but there's been lots of catch-up sessions, so I've been able to go along to them with Ed.
And how are you doing with learning all the technical words?
That's a bit of a struggle. I'm still learning them, but the manual's really helpful. Yeah,
It's been a really interesting journey, learning about all the muscles and how they fit together, and how pulling in this muscle can affect it over here, and it's really fascinating. I'm really enjoying learning about all the anatomy and muscles.
Teaching practice was very nervous to start with. I think we all got really nervy just being in front of a room of people, not feeling like we knew what we were talking about. But it's been really interesting to see how quickly we've all progressed in our learning around teaching and how everybody's confidence has grown, including my own.
It wasn't on my agenda to teach, and the thought of teaching actually filled me with horror and terror. But then the more I became, Ed exposes you to it very, very gently. He gets you to do like little bits at a time until you feel confident to do a little bit more. So the more I was exposed to it, the more I thought, actually, I might be able to do this. I felt that I'd been empowered to be able to step out of my comfort zone and do something that filled me with terror. So yes, so hopefully I will be able to teach. So I've gone from like absolutely no, I will never teach, to actually it could be a possibility.
It's been a huge learning curve doing the teaching, but great fun actually, quite enjoying it.